Welcome, option one, to your messages from your person reading. So, what does your person want to tell you? Think about your person. I shuffled the cards, so let's get started. Angel spirits and guides for option one. What does their person want to tell them? Their love interest, the person that option one is here, the collective energy that's choosing option one. What does their love interest want to tell them, please? What does their love interest want to tell them? Please keep taking good care of yourself. This came out earlier in the Instagram reading that I did. Perhaps go check that out. One of the options for the pick a card Instagram that I did. Please keep taking good care of yourself. What else does option one's person want to tell them, please? What else does option one's person want to tell them? Your patience and hard work will pay off, I promise. Okay. Your patience and hard work will pay off. Excuse me. They promise. What do they got you doing, option one, that you have to have patience for, work hard for? Let's see. Let's get a couple more messages. What does option one's person want to tell them? What does option one's love interest want to tell them, please? Too many? Just need a couple more. Option one. What does option one's person want to tell them? I'm changing direction in my life. I want you to believe in me again. And we got an extra one. I'm in love with you, and it scares me. Interesting, okay. This person's in love with you, option one, and it scares them. They want you to please keep taking good care of yourself. So probably they're watching you, perhaps from a distance or on social media, or looking at pictures if they have pictures of you. Take what resonates, a general reading. It says that they are changing direction in their life. And hopefully if you want them to come towards you, the direction is going to come towards you. We'll look further into it. But your patience, you might have been waiting for this person. It says it's going to pay off. They just want you to believe in them again, but they have to earn that, right? So let's get some clarification here. What's going on in this connection, Spirit, Angels, and Guides, regarding option one's person and their messages? Yeah. What's going on for option one and their person? Please clarify these messages for option one regarding their person, please. I had a feeling that was going to come out. And this person is watching you, but they're not communicating that. Hopefully the music's not distracting. I just felt like listening to some different music tonight. So regarding option one's person, can we get some clarification? They want to start with you. There's been some sort of delay here. You guys have broken up in the past and you're wanting to move forward, but you're bored and depressed because it's taking forever. There's been something that one or both of you hasn't faced. But this person is definitely coming back towards you to have something stable, something passionate. Because, their energy towards the connections, there's been some sort of a love loss in the connection with that Ace of Cups in reverse. That's a card when it's upright talking about, feeling a lot of emotion and being overwhelmed with it, wanting a new beginning in love. But with it being in reverse, it talks about there not being a new beginning for you guys right now. So there's been a delay for this relationship, perhaps to even get started. You could maybe know each other, but haven't, had the chance to get started with it. Like have a real start in the relationship. So take what resonates. But, this person is having doubts, has had doubts about the connection. perhaps where it's at, if you're in separation. The thing is that it seems promising, or it does seem promising to them, this connection, but it just hasn't developed or turned out the way that they'd hoped it would. So it's probably a matter of the timing not being right for you guys, or it hasn't been right. And so due to obstacles or disappointments or limitations here, this got this person in this reverse energy, this reverse queen of swords, rather queen of swords energy. And that queen of swords, that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So it could be in their chart, and it's never gender specific, it's just an energy. And the energy for that queen is that, again, speaking of them feeling trapped and limited towards you, unable to tell you how they feel. Okay, this the communication card, and it's in reverse, so it does show the disappointment that they feel with regards to not being able to tell you how they feel. And this has to do with something that they're going through, perhaps at home, something they were trying to create that didn't manifest. They know that this connection seemed promising, and then it didn't manifest the way they'd hoped it would, and that's disappointing, and they don't know how to tell you that. They know there needs to be a change in direction here in this connection. So I guess they just really don't feel like they've been given the chance to really show you what they can do, and show you, how they feel. Perhaps, they haven't given you what you deserve, or they feel like what they have to offer you isn't enough. And so, if there's a loss in this connection, which appears this person's feeling at a loss regarding you in this connection, they feel that, acutely, and they're having trouble having trouble moving past that loss. And so they just feel emotional. Their emotions, though, are not helping the situation. They are interfering with their ability to communicate with you. So I do think that this causes this person bitterness, overall, regarding the connection. And they might be isolating themselves. They might even be like swearing off, or go through periods where they feel like swearing off love, like swearing off this connection, swearing off love, or isolating themselves. Take what resonates. So if this person has been overly critical or cold towards you, this queen can be cold, inflexible towards you. This may be why they say that they wish that you would believe in them again, because maybe you don't, because they've been critical or mean to you. And this is a result of things not going the way that they had hoped it would, because they saw the promise in the connection, but they're unable to communicate their feelings, and there's some other limitations and obstacles that are have interfered, that has caused a stop to this connection. And so this person feels bitter about that. And how do you feel towards this person? You're a queen also, so it could be a same-sex relationship. It doesn't have to be. We've got two queens on the board, and that's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So it could be in somebody's chart, but it doesn't have to be. But again, this is energy. I feel you're mirroring each other. Could be twin flames. We've got the twin flame card at the bottom of the deck, but only you would know that. But you are mirroring each other in the sense that you're letting your emotions rule your head. You're not seeing the situation clearly either. You might be the opposite of this person, in the sense that you're being very idealistic about the potential in the connection. I mean, you still are idealistic, whereas this person seems to be more like bitter about the way things have gone. So that could be the sense. Also, there's a sense that, perhaps you're shutting yourself off out of fear regarding this connection, and regarding your feelings for this person as well. Because, maybe they've been mean to you, said mean things to you, cause you not to believe in them anymore. So this perhaps is the reason why you need to have patience with this person. They'd like you to, because of you're shutting yourself out, or your feelings off towards this person out of fear. So, perhaps you haven't been in your best energy. Maybe you've been undependable towards this person, unreliable or manipulative or hypersensitive towards this person, as that queen can be. But that's because of the situation, the way that it's gone. It's an unstable situation, right? It's an unstable situation, to say the least. And perhaps this person cheated on you, or there was some infidelity here. And this person, we see that they have hidden their feelings, or at least they haven't been forthcoming with their feelings, and they needed to be more open and trusting, and you just got fed up with that. They're not being open and trusting, perhaps, stopped believing in them. But there's a part of you that is really idealistic. It really feels like this is the one that you're going to end up with. that this is your partner for life, that this is someone you're going to grow old with and retire with, someone you can have it all with. Because we've got the ten of Pentacles, which is a card about, a stable, grounded, loving relationship, and a card about, growing old together, having children and a home together. It's about fulfillment and abundance, having a family and good fortune, being secure both, financially and as with regard to a relationship and its commitment level. This is your energy towards this connection. Now, it's possible that you are the one that is married or in a committed relationship, and that's why, this person is so disappointed in how things have gone. If they've said critical things, it could be that, you're the committed one, and that's where the infidelity comes in. That might apply. If so, take it. If not, don't. But this and your general energy, though, is, wanting to have fun with this person, be with this person, have a successful life with them, a mature life. You want to, you want to marry this person, a lot of you. So let's get some of these down. And in the past, we do see disharmony and disunion with the Lover's card in reverse. That's Gemini energy. So that does talk about, a breakup or a split for a lot of you. If not like a physical split, then, emotional split, emotional distance, and a lack of sharing of values, not having the same like value system, or just being, discontent, being not on the same page, unable to connect with each other in some way that, even though you felt passionate about each other, somehow you weren't clicking in a way that kept you both happy. So this is, largely a result of maybe, this person's inability to express their love, or believe that if they did express their love, that you would reject them. Maybe you expressed your love to them, but they didn't express it back. And now you've retracted your love, and that's why, they feel that you don't believe in them anymore. But definitely if there's been a decision made to break up or separate, both of you are unhappy with that. And so, and it could be that, responsibilities or some other third party situation. Third party isn't always another lover, although it can be like work, family responsibilities, things like that have interfered in the connection. So there's, this card talks about there being a lack of expressing of love or love in the relationship in the past, and then incompatibility due to that. And so the desire was really after that to heal the rift, to heal the problems in the connection. But somebody was being manipulative. Both of you perhaps were being manipulative, and it resulted in this Tower moment happening with the Tower in reverse. So the Tower in reverse talks about that, things at present, you aren't together. If you are still with this person, this might not be the right reading for you. Pick another reading, or just take what resonates. I'm reading for thousands of people, so could be that this, part of this reading is for you and part of it isn't. But it's, basically it speaks of a Tower moment that you saw it coming, but you didn't really heed the warnings, or this person didn't, and so that's why you're having this this kind of a stalemate energy where you refuse to, one or both of you are refusing to change your habit patterns in this connection that has caused suffering. So there's a continued disruption in the connection, continued difficulties at present, and you're going to continue to have these difficulties until one or both of you learns your lessons that you're meant to learn here about how to treat one another, basically. So at a deep level, I feel like you are both being prepared for these changes within yourselves and in this connection that will take place eventually, but you're being resistant, or the person is being resistant. This is a card that represents both of you. So it's these limiting beliefs and behaviors, really inhibit at present your ability to be together and cause you guys unhappiness. And these changes that you're resisting, whatever those changes are, maybe it's to communicate better, maybe it's to forgive, maybe it's to, have a hard conversation, whatever it is, it's going to happen eventually. Or the universe is just going to keep throwing these same issues at you two until you get it. And, yours could have been an affair, like I said, maybe you were married, or this person is married, there's infidelity or an affair indicated, that it could have begun suddenly, or perhaps recently you guys hooked up again after a time of being apart, and that didn't end well. After the passion, it was like back to being in conflict. But there are warning signs that you're needing to pay attention with regard to this connection, um, and for not heeding any warning signs regarding this connection in the past, you're dealing with the aftermath, the fallout from that now. Okay, a lot of you are dealing with some of the fallout from some wrongdoing right now. And in the near future, we've got the Four of Cups. So there's going to be, the way that things are going, unless some lessons are learned here, there could be some depression in the near future for you guys, or a period of not seeing the value in the connection, being bored, being withdrawn from this connection, continued stagnation, or another phase of stagnation where you're not feeling satisfied, or because you haven't been inspired to make changes in this connection for whatever reason. This lack of belief in the connection, the need to change direction in the connection, the need to continue working on things. This person does say that it will be worth it, that they do love you, and it scares them. However, they're not telling you that, so there's going to be like this feeling of insecurity for you going forward in the near future. And perhaps, if you have hooked up with this person recently, you're going to go back to withdrawing your affection or energy from the relationship, because it's just sapping your life, like your life force energy, your enthusiasm. So, if somebody is with a partner, like I said before, if this is a third party situation, then they're staying, in that connection for the security, but there's not any passion there. So, potential for a missed opportunity going forward. And, eventually it's going to end up with this movement from the Chariot card, where you're going to go and you're going to work on yourself, and you're going to make these changes. You're going to make these decisions regarding the connection that are going to ultimately benefit you the most. But there's a little bit of selfishness with the Chariot card, but it's necessary to do that inner work, to change direction, right? So this is a card talking about changing direction, getting more balanced within yourself, and resolving conflict. Okay, so this person in the future is going to be traveling towards you, or you're traveling towards them, but there is going to be competition that they have to overcome, that you're going to have to overcome, to reach your goals here. So I feel like this is a major arcana card, so it's talking about being carried towards your destiny by the universe, being guided that direction, and moving towards it, whether you want to or not. And that was said too with this Tower card, that there's some changes that need to be made in this connection. You need to see the red flags, face them, deal with them, and fix them. And it's just going to keep repeating itself until you guys do it, because eventually you're going to learn these lessons, and it's going to result in spending some time in self-development rather than focusing so much on love or in this connection. You're going to be focusing on fixing these things, these problems here that prevent you, these obstacles that prevent you from coming together in union, and that when the timing is right, you will start the romance, but only after the timing is right and after these things are done. So, you're going to continue to deal with one another. This person is going to eventually move towards you, but there's going to be conflict and attitudes that need to be brought into harmony for sure, and stuff. So, and the cards, let's see, if the major arcana cards, as far as astrology goes, we've got, Gemini, Scorpio, and, or is that Aries? For me, the Tower is more like Aries, Scorpio, and then Cancer with the Chariot card. But basically all the, it could be any sign, okay? What do we got here? Yeah. But the Four of, I feel like this is probably a twin flame connection, because of, the Four of Wands can be indicative of a twin flame connection, and it is the underlying energy that means that everything that you're going through in this connection, the changes that need to be made, the love that you feel for one another, the work that you're putting in on the connection, the need to continue to believe and work on it, all stems from this, feeling at home with one another, feeling like passionately attracted, but also very comfortable in each other's presence, very familiar, and that's because you are soulmates. This is a soul connection, and you feel it, and the desire here is really to be out, to be in union with one another, yeah, to get married. And you both want that. You both want to, live together and have a commitment and a happy life together. And I feel like it's a good possibility that that is going to happen here, option one, because I don't see anything to the contrary. As long as you heed the advice in the connection and in the reading. Your person, they also have a lot of work to do, but they do want you to know that they are in love with you. They are scared by that fact, for the fact that you guys have so many differences to overcome, but it's there nonetheless. So that's gonna have to be enough for now. All right, option one, that's all I've got for you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that helped, and if you liked it, please hit the like button. And if you'd like me to look into your personal situation specifically, you can get a personal reading. You can access that through looking at the description box below. And subscribe if you haven't already. Please consider subscribing, and I will talk to you next time. Come option two, to your messages from your person reading. So think about your person, the person that you came here about or for, the person you're interested in romantically, and what they might want to tell you. Angels, spirits, and guides, please give us clear, accurate guidance and messages from option two's love interest. What does option two's love interest want to tell them, please? Not taking that. What does option two's love interest want to tell them, please? It says, sorry for the way things ended up. Okay, option two, your person is sorry for something. Sorry for the way things ended up, they say. What does option two's person want to tell them, please? What does option two's person want to tell them? I hope we can at least be friends. Looks like this might be another ending. If it doesn't resonate, you can always choose another option, but parts of the reading might still resonate if this part doesn't. What else does option two's person want to tell them, please? At this time, I'm just going with the flow. This person's just going with the flow at this time. What else does option two's person want to tell them, please? It says, I'm trying to keep busy, to keep from thinking about you. Trying to keep busy to keep from thinking about you. And our paths, we will cross paths again. Okay. So it looks like, if this person's saying you will cross paths again, then you're not, either you're in limited communication or you're not in communication. But they're just trying to keep busy to keep from thinking about you. They want you guys to still be friends, even though things might have ended up badly. It looks like this person's just going with the flow at this time. I do feel like they love you, though. I feel like they're just holding it back. But we'll look at the tarot cards and see what the tarot cards have to say. For option two, angels, spirits, and guides, give us clarification on this reading. For option two, give us clarification on this reading, please, and on their person's messages. For option two. Maybe you feel tired, like you don't want to give up on this, or that you don't want to do this anymore and you want to give up. But your person feels like things are going to move in their favor, that things are going to be going on an upswing in the connection. You might be trying to distract yourself from this person as well, or perhaps you're just withdrawing your energy because you're just tired of dealing with this connection and dealing with like the drama around it. And this person, let's see here. Yeah, they're in a stalemate. They're trying to tune into their logic as well as their intuition in order to figure out their next move, but they haven't made a decision regarding this yet. Could have been you guys have been critical or judgmental towards each other in the past. Perhaps, there was an ending and you tried getting back together already once before. I think this leaves you in sort of a negative headspace. There's some jealousy, some feeling, again, like you're tired, you're drained, you don't want to deal with any more BS in this connection. Your person sort of feels this way as well. They don't want to make things worse though. So if you're not hearing from them, that's part of the reason why. They're afraid that one false move and everything will just go to crap, and they don't want that, or get worse, and they don't want that. But it looks like, in the near future, um, you're going to get your groove back, especially if you're the feminine. You're going to start taking better care of yourself. You might experience a positive time with like a mother figure, or if you're a mother yourself, then you're going to be doing a lot of mothering type things. That's going to, occupy your time. And this person is going to, this connection, your energies are going to soften towards one another in the near future here. So it looks like there's going to be a window of time where things could get a bit better. But it looks like this is a cyclical connection where, it just, perhaps you guys have a child together, and you occasionally hook up still, since, you have a child together, but the relationship part of it doesn't work. Whenever you guys try to like be a real couple or be in a serious relationship, committed relationship together, somehow it just doesn't work because you're maybe too much alike and you clash heads. Your tempers flare. This person doesn't want that to happen, so that's why they withdraw their energy. They're hopeful for an upswing, but you're tired of working on it. And so, yeah. So I'm going to show you what I'm getting here. So, yeah. This is you in your workshop. Maybe, you're having some money troubles. Could be with that card, Eight of Coins in reverse. When it's upright, talks about somebody really dedicating themselves to their craft, working, very determinedly, being very focused. And this is about your energy towards the connection. So, you're not really focusing all that much as you used to on this connection. You're just you feel like with this connection, you're always working hard to get ahead, to make improvements here, to have a better experience for the both of you in the connection, and that just no matter what you do, it doesn't really pan out. Like I said before, like you're burnt out, like the connection isn't really going anywhere. And so this could be, due to obstacles and confusion with regard to your feelings for one another. There's some sort of obstacle that could be hindering the success of this connection, it looks like. So it could be that, the two of you just don't have the skills to deal with each other's personality type. That could be as well. But whatever the reason, money could be wearing down the connection, could be, that's a huge obstacle for a lot of serious relationships, or even just, people who are dating, seeing each other. Money seems to like always interfere when your money's not right, and then it affects other areas of your life negatively too, it seems like. So that could be an issue, interfering with the relationship. But again, I'm just getting this energy from you that you care, but you're bored. You feel like, your affection is going away. You don't believe this person's sincere about a lot of things. Perhaps you're like keeping some things to yourself as well. Okay. And what you're feeling is that, you just want to pull back your energy. So this could be two scenarios. Some of you are going out having a good time, maybe overindulging to distract yourself, going out with your friends, trying to distract yourself, or just indulging in too much spending or too much food, too much partying. It could be, or your person is doing this, and this is what's getting on your nerves. This could be an obstacle as well. Take what resonates. Reading for a lot of different people. So anyway, definitely this is a result. This person has worn you down. This is a repeating theme here. This person wearing you down, and perhaps some other people are around you interfering with this to some extent. That also like drains your energy, and it makes you want to retreat. You need your downtime, and you're not enjoying yourself anymore. And you're longing for some like real friendship or a real sense of community that you're not getting from this person. So you do feel discouraged in this connection, and even if you are currently together, you feel lonely in the connection. Nothing's lonelier than being in a connection with someone that doesn't get you or that puts you through hell. If they put you through hell, or even just, at the very least don't get you, or that you're in conflict with. So it could be that you're growing up and this person's not. Maybe you guys, built your relationship partially based on the fact that you like to go out and have a good time together. And now you're like growing up. That could be. You're sort of leaving this person behind. Um, but I feel like, yeah, you kind of feel drained with regards to this person. Your feelings for this person drain you, whether those feelings are good or bad. Could be that they're keeping you from your friends. You're just sort of like bored because maybe they're the controlling type that doesn't let you go out and have a good time. That might apply for one or two of you. Whereas this person is, sitting here trying to decide what to do in their head, trying to tune into their intuition as well and to make a good decision regarding you and this connection. And they're really in a period of stagnation or truce with these two giant swords that this woman has, as you see on the card. That's her trying to balance those so she doesn't cut herself, right? Because you guys are like two swords, clashing swords. And you probably argue or have temper flare-ups. At times this person wants to avoid that. They're trying to avoid that by being as balanced as they possibly can. And as a result, that you might not be getting much out of them. I do think they have a certain amount of faith towards this connection, with regard to things going better here. You guys getting, back and balanced. They want to combine their resources with you, whatever, your money or whatever resources you have. You guys perhaps share a home or share a child or share, their spousal support or child support, something involved where they know that they have to be, they have to be cautious and they have to deal with you in a balanced way because of these things. And they certainly, they do want, your friendship, because this is a card of friendship as well. And they feel very friendly towards you, regardless of the ups and downs in the connection. This is their energy towards you. And so they're really trying to draw on their heart, draw on their mind to figure out, what decision needs to be made regarding the connection. And, there's a part of them that's in denial about some things here, that they need to look at the situation more honestly. But it does speak of conflicting perspectives that I already talked about, that the two of you hold, and the need to resolve differences. This person is trying to resolve the differences and find harmony in this connection. And with their faith, they believe that with the Wheel of Fortune cards, you guys can have an upswing in this connection. That, things can go better, as the Wheel of Fortune is a very positive card, talking about, a change that needs to be made, a change that your person senses with their intuition is coming with regards to their feelings for you, that their feelings towards you, and your situation was probably destined, but they are expecting, things to turn, a turn of events, some good luck to happen here. They think that, that you guys can be friends again. They are optimistic about that. And I keep saying that as if you're apart or as if you're fighting, because I'm getting a lot of conflict here. And, even if you're in a romance, if you guys aren't friends, and that doesn't bode well for the future of the relationship. There really needs to be a foundation for friendship in this connection. That's why they say that, they hope that you can still be friends, and they're sorry for the way things ended up, which tells me, if this is resonating with you, that you guys have probably ended it or are at cross purposes, and this person will cross your path again. They are optimistic about that, and they just, they feel optimistic about that, and they sense your resistance here. They don't like it necessarily, because at this time they're just going with the flow, and you're kind of being, resistant, but they're trying to go with the flow here. And they think that, if they do that, then this is the way that they're going to grow. Because we see that, perhaps, one of you is outgrowing the other. Could be this person's outgrowing you, or they think that they are, but they think that, if you would go with the flow too, that would bring a valuable learning experience for you. And you would become, more balanced, or that right now it's hard for you to stay balanced. It's hard for you to trust and go with the flow of the process here. So, but yeah, this person thinks that things are going to improve between the two of you. And even, even if they kind of almost feel, it's almost like a sense of wishful thinking a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, because I said they're not facing something here. So there's some sense of them thinking things are going to improve without them necessarily having to do anything to make that happen. Um, but they feel like the time is upon you guys to make things right. And they just want to, move from this place of conflict to where you can enjoy one another again. And with this being a major arcana card, it's saying, maybe this person's intuition is onto something. Maybe actually the universe is lining up something to happen here that's going to be a change for the better in this connection. But I guess time will tell. You'll see, huh? So, because in the past we have the Judgment card. So there was some sort of a major event that happened, a wake-up call for one or both of you, where, you had to sit and look at the situation in the stark light of day and just kind of assess the good and the bad in it and what was working and what wasn't. And probably, you may not have liked what you saw, or this person maybe didn't like what they saw, you know. And so it's really what this card means is what it says. It's a judgment. It's about self-realization, about making a choice, and perhaps this was the result, of this is what ended up in your guys having a separation, is that this choice was made after a reassessment and weighing of the pros and cons, that some action needed to be taken, and that's what got you to where you're at today. So could be you or this person decided, this is what I want to keep, this is what's working for me, and this is what I want to, throw away, or what's not working for me, and you made your decisions accordingly. Okay. So it was definitely a rough patch, but it brought greater clarity and maturity to this connection, I feel. And, as a result, you guys may have even had a second chance. Like I said, I feel like there's an on again, off again dynamic to this, where this could represent a second chance that you have already had. But if not that, at the very least, that you become more tolerant and less judgmental towards one another as a result of that. But I still see you guys being somewhat difficult with one another. Not just one, but both of you. This card represents both of you at present, showing up as that Queen of Fire in reverse. So one or both of you might be a fire sign. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could have it in your chart, but certainly have these traits, these energies, as at present you're coming across, or the situation is coming across as that it's really just not going anywhere, or moving fast enough for you, or not turning out as the way that you had hoped it would have, or you're dissatisfied. There's dissatisfaction due to limitation here. And this is you, I feel, with your losing enthusiasm towards this person and towards this connection, because you're just not inspired anymore by this. And so if this is representing you, viewer, this tends to be more feminine energy, but doesn't have to be. We all have masculine, feminine in us. So it's not gender specific. If you identify with this card, it says, that you demand absolute loyalty and respect, and that you right now perhaps are experiencing jealousy or manipulative tendencies towards this connection. And you don't want to be crossed anymore. You really just don't want to be crossed, or the situation itself is just very dramatic. So take that. It could be vice versa. Maybe your person's behaving this way, but it overall is saying at present that you're both emotionally upset. It looks like perhaps you feel cheated upon, or cheated on, or betrayed, or there's been some infidelity, but there's certainly at the very least a cooling of affection here. And in the near future, we have the Empress card, and that's Libra Taurus energy. So it could be in somebody's chart, but doesn't have to be. And I always like to warn people with that card, because it looks like this is an on again, off again situation, and it's quite, complicated, and that you guys, your paths will cross again. And this card simply is saying that in the near future, yeah, you guys will definitely cross paths again, and it will probably be in a sensual or sexual way. And so want to use protection if you don't want to have any children or any more children, because that's a card that can indicate pregnancy. But I feel like, if you're the one that's in this upset energy, as we saw with the Queen of Wands in reverse, it could say that, in the near future, you're going to be getting over that, going through a more pleasant time where you're feeling, more abundant, more nurturing, more caring and supportive towards this connection. Could be that you indulge in some creativity together with this person or on your own that kind of helps, improve your mood here. Or maybe you have a conversation, like I said earlier, this could be with a mother figure that helps out the connection, or his mother figure helps out this connection here, in some way that gives you a moment of mutual respect and trust and affection going forward, and probably very powerful sexual reconnection as well. But the outcome still remains is the King of Wands in reverse. So we had the King in reverse, and we have the Queen in reverse, both of the same suit, and that talks about soulmate relationship, right? For me, that talks about soulmate relationship. And again, somebody here could be a fire sign, and that fire sign king represents confidence, success, and loyalty when he is in the upright. However, in reverse, it's saying, more of the same. Maybe after a period of getting along, you go back to this period of delays, or the success not being what you hoped it would be again. And if it's representing your person, if he's a masculine, or it doesn't have to be, but it's saying that whoever this is representing in the outcome is going to, again, not be available to you, or he wants to be available for you, but he can't be for some reason. Perhaps his money is not good. I'm getting that feeling that's an issue here, but or it could be that his loyalties lie elsewhere. This person says that you hope that you can be friends and your paths will cross again, but is this person out dating? Is that, if you're split up, then this person has the right to do that, and they're just going with the flow. That's sometimes code for I'm seeing other people, but take it as it resonates and don't take it if it doesn't. But it's likely that maybe this person's loyalties will lie elsewhere in the outcome. And even I don't feel like this person will be lying to you about it or being irresponsible with you about it, but they just might not tell you. It's kind of like a need to know basis type situation here, and this could be your energy as well. So you might see someone and just not feel the need to tell this person that you've met someone else. But it doesn't say the end of everything for this connection. It's just saying that that there's going to be a lack of availability from one or the other to this connection, a little bit further down the line. So you've got, after a reconnection here, there's going to be another disconnect, or at least like a lack of the connection being committed. So this romance really slow to get started, it looks like. And it could be that this person is committed to another person, and you already know that, in which case, then I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. And it can just take longer for for that aspect of the situation to change. But yeah, there's a need for some effort to be made on the connection. It's just going to kind of continue on this pattern to the foreseeable future. Even though I feel like you both long for change, one or both of you isn't willing to do that, or is afraid to do that. Although your person does feel optimistic in general about this connection, I think that you feel a little less so. So that is the energy for your connection at this time. Now, just remember that energies can change depending on the decisions that we make. And, this is a general reading. So if you'd like a more personal look at your particular situation, you can contact me for a personal reading. The details on how to do that is in the description box below. But thanks, option 2, for tuning in. And if you liked it, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And leave me a comment down below and let me know if this resonated with you. Hi, option 3. Welcome to your messages from your person reading. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled. Think about the person that you came to this video for. Angel, spirits, and guides, please give us accurate, loving guidance and messages from option 3's person. What does option 3's person want to tell them, please? What does option 3's person want to tell them? What does option 3's person want to tell them, please? First card. I miss you even if it doesn't seem like it. This person misses you. So maybe they're out having a good time and you think that they don't care or they don't miss you, but they do. Maybe you guys are separated or this person's on a trip. They do miss you. What else does option 3's person want to tell them, please? As always, this is a general reading. Take what resonates. One part might apply to you in your situation. One part might not. I'm changing direction in my life. So this came out in a previous reading. I don't remember which one it was in this same video. Sometimes watching the whole video is a good idea. Sometimes watching one or two. I can't control the messages that Spirit comes out with. I set my intention and then I just go from there and let Spirit tell the story. But yeah, that did come out before. This could be a completely different message though. Let's see. What else does option 3's person want to tell them, please? What else does option 3's person want to tell them? Says, I told you you aren't that important to me and I lied. So this person either told you something along the lines of you aren't that important to them, which seems like a mean thing to tell someone, or they just made you feel that way. Because for me that card represents the sentiment of them giving you the impression that they don't care that much for you. This person said that they do care for you. They lied. If they ever made you feel like they don't care, they lied. What else does option 3's person want to tell them, please, Spirit? All yellow today. Maybe this person's a coward. Just kidding, sort of. Let's see. There's someone else I have to deal with first. Someone else I have to deal with first. And one more message from this person, please. Oh, this one's pink. I want you. So this person wants you. I'm going to take that how that resonates. They want you, they miss you, even if it doesn't seem like it. They're changing direction in their life, probably away from someone else, evidently, or some third party. Third parties can be work, family, or another lover. Take what resonates. And if they ever made you feel like you weren't that important to them, they lied. So let's get some clarification on the situation from the tarot cards. Pardon me if I sniffle or clear my throat a lot. This cold, I think, is pretty much gone, but it's lingering, so. Angel, spirits, and guides for option 3. Please give us more clarification. Is this person an Aries or a dominant masculine energy, regardless of gender? What else does this person want to tell option 3? And give us clarification on their messages, please. For the collective who chose option 3. Option 3. Yeah, I don't think that you're in communication with this person. You or this person either walked away. You don't want this to end, though. You really don't. Could have been some outside influences. Yeah, there's definitely a split or a separation here. You guys, you do love each other. You do want a new beginning. You're just really at odds, and I feel like, you know, the feminine in this connection is really just fed up. This is very similar to the last reading. Let's see what the difference is here. Your energy towards this connection is the Ace of Swords in reverse, so that is air sign energy. Sometimes say the signs, not always. I was into astrology before I was into tarot. That's the reason why. Plus, you know, the energy is what's important. It tells you something about the reading to know the signs. And so with this air sign energy being in reverse, it's saying that, you know, you have you know, you're not communicating. This is a card of communication, so it says that you're not communicating, that the idea of communicating with this person, you don't even know if you want to get communication from this person, or if you should communicate with them or not. You don't think that you should, okay? Maybe you tried to deal with this person and to negotiate fairly and justly with them before regarding your connection, but it didn't go, you know, it didn't go very well. or some negotiations broke down. I don't know if you guys were involved in anything together where you signed contracts, but if that was the case, those negotiations might have broken down here. But only take that if that resonates. Probably only resonate for one or two of you. But I think that deep down you do desire the chance to communicate clearly, with this person, but there's just this understanding that usually when you try to communicate with this person about this connection, misunderstandings occur. So you're feeling detached, a lot of you that chose this. And if this isn't resonating, maybe choose another option or another reader, come back another day. But this is what I'm getting so far, that, you're feeling colder, more detached towards this person. You're having trouble communicating, or if you do communicate, you argue a lot. And so it's probably due to, just different ideas in general, different ways of thinking, or different spiritual views. So at the same time, I'm not feeling that you want that to end, want things to end with that world card in reverse, because the world card talks about graduating up to a new level. It talks about an ending that, but a happy ending, like when you graduate from school or college. Yeah, you're leaving behind the program that you just went through, and maybe you're gonna be sad, and miss your friends or whatever, but you know that it's for the best, like you're entering a better time of your life, but you're not wanting to do that because you just don't know. Like, sometimes you want it to end, sometimes you don't. But you just don't know which way to go. And so there are some obstacles that still stand in your way of success with this person. Likely some external obstacles. Yeah, some obstacles here. And so, regardless of all of your hard work, you just feel stuck. You feel stuck. And I'm sorry to hear that, option 3. So, after everything that you've done for this person and the effort that you've put in, maybe the end results of this aren't living up to your expectations. And if you don't know if you should invest any more time or energy in this. You don't know if you should put more work into it, or maybe you thought this was over and then this person just keeps coming back around or something. Take what resonates, be different for each of you, but yeah, maybe this person, keeps their interactions with you, or you keep this connection sort of private because, you don't want the world to know about it. Maybe the world interferes. They don't, perhaps you've dealt with some disapproval, some of you, with regard to this person. But it's just talking about things not going the way that you want them to, and feeling very frustrated and wanting to give up here. But the good news with the World card being the best card in the deck, even when it's in reverse, it still means, that there are happier times that are likely ahead for you, just around the corner. You feel like on some level deep down that there are happier times ahead for you, okay, in this person. Whereas how they're feeling towards you is that they've walked away, okay? Maybe you've walked away or they've walked away. I'm going to get a clarifying card on that. Who walked away here, Spirit? I don't need 20 cards. Clarify the 8 of Cups. Yeah, it was the other person that walked away from most of you. Okay, they thought that they could perhaps find something better. They weren't getting their needs met in this connection. They were ready to move up to another level, or so they thought. Okay, because the 8 of Cups talks about that, moving away, traveling away, cutting your losses. It's usually a card that talks about letting go of something that failed. So I feel like this person really tried, or feels that they've really tried as well towards this connection. They just needed to take a new direction from you, and gain new experiences, which is what they say here, right? I'm changing direction in my life. So if they've walked away, that's the reason why they need a new direction. And they were really, or are really, determined about this new direction. So if they ended this relationship with you, it's because they feel that it's lost its spark, or that they need to get more serious, in their life. So, for one or two of you, this can represent this person, getting more serious with you, and giving it their all. but and that they're no longer interested in just like sleeping around or casual relationships. But I don't know yet. I think the majority of you, this person has walked away from this connection, because we've got the Lover's card in reverse for their energy towards this connection. So that's talking about, a separation or a breakup. This talks about disunion in a connection, not seeing eye to eye, and also, perhaps like outside responsibilities have interfered with the connection. Like this can talk about a choice to be made in love, not being able to connect with the object of your desire or something that you feel passionate about, which causes you unhappiness. This person might feel like there was something that they were unable to do when they were with you. That's why they need to walk away and be able to do it. And it can also talk about them not being willing or able to express their love because, their fear of rejection. So, their energy towards this connection is that, feeling uncertain. They do, if they've walked away, they feel uncertain that they've made the right decision. Okay, they're not exactly happy with the choice that they've made, and it's just that, the connection lost its spark for them, or they felt that you guys were too incompatible. Maybe, you were fighting a lot. And so there is a need to heal. And this person, walked away in order to do that, or to pursue, something else. Now, again, one or two of you, this person is getting more serious about you and healing this connection, but let's see what the rest of the cards say. We've got in the past the Nine of Swords? Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse is a card about obsession. So this represents the both of you, and it says that you guys need to break some barrier in your connection. There was a definite need to change the way that you both saw things because you weren't seeing eye to eye. So maybe yours was an unconventional connection in some way, like a friends with benefits, or if not that, you didn't have labels or something, or it was just not conventional, not traditional. So that can mean a lot of different things. Take what resonates. But again, this is talking about needing to get focused, needing to get moving. So this person had like a fire under their feet about getting moving towards something that they desired, and the need to do that. Maybe yours was a traditional connection, and this person wanted to reject that. They wanted something else. They wanted it to be more casual. Take what resonates. But this can be about, having your head in the clouds, not being really down to earth in the connection. Feeling that, if somebody didn't take action, that things were going to get worse. So if this person left, they were afraid it was going to get worse. They were trying to stop that from happening. So, there is a sense with this card that, one or both of you has felt, afraid to be alone, or was unwilling or incapable of being alone or support yourself, or able to support yourself. And perhaps you or this person was not facing up to what was really going on in the connection, or was taking bad advice. So somebody took some bad advice. It may have led to a decision that they feel badly about, perhaps this person. But I also get the sense that you started listening to your inner guidance more as well. Like you needed to, in order to face up to what was going on, because things weren't working. And at the present, we have the Ace of Cups, which talks about an emotional, new beginning, or rejuvenation of this connection. So at present, in the recent past or in the near future, some at present, could mean recent past, near future, that one or both of you may be experiencing a new love, or a beginning a new beginning in love, and feeling joyous about that. So, yeah, either you're with this person presently having a reconnection where you feel very joyful, or you're falling in love with someone else, or this other person is. I'm going to get clarification on that. Now, I think this is a rejuvenation for the two of you. Yeah. Where this is going to be a new beginning in love. Because you do have a lot of emotions for one another, and it does say that this person does want you. And they just have something that they need to deal with first. It says that they do miss you. And that you are important to them more so than they said, because they didn't express that, right? With the Lover's card in reverse, they didn't express it. But the Ace is saying, just know that they do love you. And they do want you. They do miss you. They want a new chance at romance with you at present. And you might be experiencing an emotional high. So up till now, if this reading hasn't been resonating because things are going really well in your connection, and you're thinking like I think sometimes when I watch various videos from different readers, that why is it always people being in separation, having problems? Well, because the majority of people who seek tarot readings are in a predicament where they're having problems. That's why they're seeking the reading. But at present, if you are experiencing an upswing in this connection, that's being validated by the Ace of Cups. Or just know that you do love one another. The love is mutual, that there is a chance for the beginning or reconnection or rejuvenation in this connection, and it will feel like you're starting over again, being in the first stages of the romantic relationship. So if you are able to do that with this person, this card guides you to nurture your reconnection or your new beginning, so that the love will blossom. Because this could very well be a divine love. Although you have spiritual differences, perhaps, I saw that earlier, this doesn't mean that it's not a spiritual connection or that it's not a divine love. And then we've got the Empress card in reverse for the near future. So this is reminding you not only to nurture this person, or nurture this love, but to nurture yourself. Because one or both of you might be spending too much time taking care of each other. You might get real worried, if you get the chance to be together again. You might start being over-focused or over-worried about attending to the reconnection, nurturing your partner so that everything goes well, so that you can keep it up and all of that. But don't neglect yourself, because if you do that, that will have a negative effect on the relationship as well. Because we can only experience love, and we can only give love to the extent that we love and take care of ourselves, unfortunately. Trust me, I've tried to avoid doing that. There is no there is no shortcut. That's the way that it is. And that's what the Empress in reverse is saying to keep in mind after this reconnection, this rejuvenation in the near future. Don't allow the demands of this relationship or demands in any other area of your life wear you out, or your person. Don't allow them to love bomb you or anything like that going forward, because if they neglect themselves, they're going to end up exhausted. This is going to end up imbalanced. And there's going to be some resentment, and you want to continue doing whatever you do that makes you feel empowered. Don't let somebody else define you or control you. You can compromise without being defined or controlled by this person. And my initial feeling when I was shuffling was that this person could be like a very strong masculine energy, and this can tend to come across controlling sometimes. This card says don't allow yourself to be controlled. Still be true to yourself going forward. Don't allow this person to wear themselves out trying to impress you either. Keep it in balance as much as possible. Although with all this love, your overflowing emotions, you're going to want to just like baby each other or cater to each other. That's fine, that's good, but make sure that it's equal give and take in the connection, and that you're not the only one that's shouldering the responsibilities in the relationship. Strike a balance between your needs and their needs, because if you don't, you could have a repeat of some of the problems that you've had in the past, which is not good. And for some of you, you're not going to take my advice, and you're going to end up in the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So that's the card of independence. When it's an upright, it says that everything's all well and good, but in the reverse, it can say that you're becoming dependent on somebody, either codependent on them emotionally or financially. So don't allow that to happen, is what this card is saying, because things are going to get real comfortable for you in the material sense with this person, and it's going to end up making you or your person feel trapped or bored. And so making this person potentially want to run away again, which is not what we want, I assume. So It's okay to feel like getting away and spreading your wings. Um, um, but if you're shouldering more of the responsibility in this connection than you should be, than is fair, then you're going to feel like bound and trapped to this connection and feel dissatisfied. Also, it can talk about, for those of you who know that you're going to, keep things fair going forward, you've learned your lessons about this connection from everything, so that when this rejuvenation happens, you know for a fact that you're going to avoid all the pitfalls and not make the same mistake again. Then you've got a new problem here. That new problem is perhaps you don't feel that you deserve the satisfaction and the happiness that you're about to receive in this connection. Okay? Perhaps you don't feel like you deserve this success. This, of course, is ridiculous. Of course, we all are deserving of love and success. So, just know that might be, your ego trying to rear its ugly little head and sabotage things. Don't allow that to happen, okay? And if you see your person behaving this way, just take note that might be what it is. And or with this person, they might be, another way they might sabotage is if they get overly focused on money or security or routine, then that creates a lack of excitement or romance in the connection. And a lack of equality as well, where this person might, also try to control you, which I already said, and I feel like saying it again. So, but these are just some of the things that, everybody has to deal with in relationships. But this, I think this is a positive reading overall. You've had your troubles and it's not perfect, but you love each other. This person wants you, and, even if they've walked away, and they've changed directions, they regret that, and there's going to be rejuvenation in this connection. All right, option 3, thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked that. And, remember, it's a general reading. If you'd like a specific reading that looks at your personal situation, you can get a personal reading by looking at the description box below for my contact information. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonated, and hit the like button if you liked it, and I'll talk to you next time. Welcome, option 4, to your messages from your person reading. What does your person want to tell you? So think about your person, the person you came to this reading for. Angel, spirits, and guides, please give us accurate and loving guidance for those who have chosen option 4. What does their person want to tell them? What does option 4's person want to tell them, please? What does option 4's person want to tell them? I understand why you distance yourself from me, and I respect you for it. So evidently you've distanced yourself from this person. They respect you for it. They understand. What's going on with that, option 4? What else does this person want to tell them? What else does option 4's person want to tell them, please? What else does option 4's person want to tell them, please? Oof, you broke my heart. Option 4, you broke this person's heart, huh? Did you know you broke this person's heart? Is this news to you? Let's see. What else does option 4's person want to tell them, please? Option 4. What does option 4's person want to tell them? At this time, I'm just going with the flow. That came out in the previous reading. I did pre-shuffle several times before starting the camera again, so yeah, this really wanted to come out. Sometimes readings are extensions, one to the next. I give the intention always for them to be separate readings, but Spirit does what it wants. I'm just the messenger. Maybe check out option 3. I think it was option 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was option 3 that said they were just going with the flow. Maybe it was option 2. Go where you're drawn to go, viewer. Go where you're drawn to go. For option 4, what else does their person want to tell them, please? What else does... You're the only one who really knows me at all. This person really feels that you know them. One more card, please, and how this person feels or what they want to tell option 4. Sometimes I still let my ego get the better of me. So this person says you broke their heart. So maybe you didn't break their heart and they're just in their ego, but they think that you did, or their pride is hurt. But they understand why you distance yourself from them. They feel you have distanced themselves, so they're just going with the flow at this time. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Angels, spirits, and guides, please give us accurate and loving clarification for these messages for option 4. Give us clarification on option 4's connection, please. What's going on here? Make it clear, make it clear, make it clear. What's going on here for option 4? Yep, you definitely ran away, so if this isn't resonating with you, maybe choose another reading or another reader, come back another day, but I'm getting that you did move away probably to work on yourself. Okay? Maybe you didn't run away, maybe just, like they said, you distanced yourself. They're really mad at you about that. I feel like they want to spouse you. Yeah. This person might be older. There might be a age difference. This might be somebody that has their money together or has the potential to. This could have been your spouse or an ex, somebody that you had a commitment with or a marriage with. Take what resonates, forget what doesn't. Part of it might resonate, part of it might not. Reading for thousands of people. Wow. Okay. So, viewer, you're showing up as the Chariot card, or your energy towards this connection is the Chariot card. So you might be a Cancer or have it in your chart. You could have, those traits though with that Chariot card, because what the Chariot is saying is that you have distanced yourself from this connection, and according to them as well, their messages, you have distanced yourself from this connection, and it is because you are wanting to work on yourself. As the Chariot is about self-development. It's talking about you were conflicted inside. You needed to go away and get your head together. You needed to resolve some conflict. Perhaps you travel for your job, or you just needed to go on a trip to get some space, okay? You're somebody that has a very strong will, at least with regards to this connection. And so you took control of the situation. Could have been some competition in this connection, and that was a result of, that was a factor in the inner conflicts that you were having here or are having here. Some people or some situations, might be competing with you, getting in the way of you achieving some of your life goals. So I feel like the universe stepped in and kind of helped to move you, away. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, talking about moving away from something that no longer serves you to move on to something better. With a relationship reading, talks about, can talk about a relationship losing its spark, and so you wanting to move away from that because, you want your wish fulfillment and you're not getting it. So, I feel like you feel really competent. Those of you who resonate with, distancing yourself from this person, you can handle it. I have to commend you for that. You demonstrate a level of independence that I don't often see, in the tarot card readings, particularly with regard to the feminine. No offense, feminine. I've been guilty of it too. Just saying that whoever's resonating with this took matters into their own hands, distanced themselves from this connection, and you're rolling with it. This person says that they're going with the flow at this time, but you're rolling with the punches. So you're you're going with the flow too, but you're tackling challenges as you do it. And so I feel like you're spending time in self-development, not really worried about chasing this person. You're not chasing this person. You're not chasing after love in general. So you might not even feel like it's the right time to start something new with anyone else, or even with this person again. And if you still deal with this person or involved with this person, you distance yourself to take control of your conflicting attitudes and feelings because there's disharmony in the connection. And that's shown, by your feelings towards this person showing up as the judgment card in reverse. So the judgment card is talking about, exactly that, making a judgment, looking at the pros and cons, the good and bad in a situation, and making a decision based on that. And so I think it's been very hard for you to make a final decision regarding this person. However, you've been unable to make a necessary decision in order to really move away from this person, because I feel like you're still confused on how to proceed. Leave them behind for good, or don't leave them behind. Even though you have a really strong willpower, that's just how much you care about this person that it's causing you this much trouble making a final decision here. It could be that you have done something wrong that you don't want to face up to, or there's something that you don't like about yourself. Have some demons that you fear exposing to this person, or that you're dealing with, and that's part of the reason why you've pulled away. Because that judgment card in reverse can talk about not wanting to look in the mirror and not wanting to see who you really are. But that also, when you do that, you not only ignore the bad things you don't want to see, but you also ignore the good things. So don't do that, basically, is what that card is saying. I would say no judgment, but I mean, the card is literally the judgment card. So it's saying, take a look at, yourself, and don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You have a lot of good qualities too. But your fears about, showing, for some of you who resonate with that part, fears about showing who you are to this person is part of the reason why you moved away from them. And it could be, I'm getting like, you're just too hard on yourself, and as a result, perhaps you are too hard on this person here. And so this can talk about, the need to be more tolerant with regard to this person or this connection, or maybe you feel that they need to be more tolerant. That could be as well. This person could have been very critical of you, and that pushed you away. I apologize if the music's too loud. I'm just listening to like my playlist right now for a change. So hopefully it's not too distracting. But yeah, this person might have been too critical of you, or you of them, or you critical of each other. And I did think you go back and forth. Sometimes you regret the decision to move away from this person, and sometimes you don't. Like, you're feeling a lot of resistance regarding this. And like I said before, this person's not happy with you as a result of this, showing up as the King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be, doesn't have to be in their chart, but they are coming across in this energy, which is they're not happy. They're not, and as a result, they're not feeling that you're available to them. They might want to help you with something, but they feel like they can't even help you, like they can't reach you, or that you won't let them help you because you're so determined to do things on your own, or to have things your own way. So as a result, this person feels like your loyalties lie elsewhere, that you're more preoccupied with something else or someone else. And I think that this person is holding back, as a result of that. And obviously, if they feel that you've broken their heart, that's they're going to like hold back their energy from you. That makes sense. They're not going to be forthcoming about a lot of things, not going to be real willing to open up to you if they feel like you've broken their heart. So, if some of what I'm telling you seems like a surprise because you don't know how this person feels, this is the reason why. And they recognize that you probably, at least in their opinion or in their feeling, have lost, your excitement or enthusiasm towards them or towards this connection. And as a result, they've lost some of their enthusiasm as well. If your heart's broken, or if you think your heart is broken, that's going to put a damper on the relationship. And that's how they're feeling. Also, that this connection has been really slow to develop. Or at least it's like at a slow pace currently, if that makes sense, since you've, pretty much withdrawn from this person, and they do understand that why you did that. They do respect you for that. So that tells me that they are not innocent, that there's something that they did, or some way they contributed to this, because this guy in reverse is a hothead and kind of, a bully. And so take what resonates. Could be that, that somebody was committed to another person and that was part of the blockage here. I'm not getting that strongly. That might resonate with one or two, but with that particular king in reverse, it can mean that. But their energy towards you, towards this connection in general, is a very mature energy, and they're wanting something solid and grounded with you, with the King of Coins in reverse, and that's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. This is usually somebody that's good in business or has the potential to be. They have potential for material success, generally a very strong, stable energy. At least, this is how they feel and think regarding this connection. This is what, how you make them feel, okay? That they could, that it makes good sense for you guys to be together. That you guys could be even pillars in the community. You guys could have, financial abundance and substance, be respected by your peers. This person could desire to be the father of your children, or the mother of your children, or could be, actually. This is somebody that wants to, like I said, they see you as somebody that wants to go off, do your own thing. You have a very strong mind of your own, but they'd like to offer you some support or some advice, at least with regard to practical things like work, home, and money. But yeah, their energy towards this is that they want to, like I said before at the beginning, they want to wife you, or husband you. They want a mature, stable relationship where you support one another. And money, status, and security is important to them. So perhaps they see your potential as being somebody that's very ambitious and goes after what you want as a good thing. I mean, as you distance yourself, and I respect you for it. They respect you, despite the fact that they say that you broke their heart. So I think that says something, doesn't it? But in the past, you either lived together, and when you broke up, you moved out. The Ten of Coins in reverse talks about having a home, and with it, having a broken home. Could have been a divorce or legal separation. Take what resonates. Or that the reason for you withdrawing, at the very least, this is saying, that this connection has stagnated because perhaps you guys got too comfortable. This king, as a nice guy, can sometimes be a little bit unexciting. Maybe, you felt that it got too routine. You guys got too familiar, too comfortable with one another. All you did was sit around and watch TV. That got boring. And if that doesn't resonate, then perhaps there was problems with family members, or other frustrations, disagreements, or responsibilities that had to do with your property, with your home, or with money. So, yeah, I'm getting that again, that, family problems or money problems have contributed to, your past problems in this connection, creating friction in this connection, making it unhappy. And, maybe that's why one of you went off on went off to school, or took a job where you're now traveling for work to improve your financial lot in life, so you don't have to be dependent on this person. That's going to resonate for one or two of you. But yeah, it could be even your parents interfere in this connection as well. But definitely, there were some old hurts that interfered, some emotional baggage that interfered with this connection in the past. At present, we have the Passionate Wands card. So a new passionate beginning. So some of you may have already reconciled with this person, or you soon will be, because that's a card of reconciliation. Well, more specifically a new phase in a connection, as it talks about a new beginning, not so much reconciliation. But for me, I said that, so it must apply to someone. It would be, if you've been split and you're getting back together, it's a reconciliation, a passionate new beginning. And so while your person is just going with the flow, they feel like, you're the only one that really knows them at all. Sounds like you knew them a little too well. Familiarity breeds contempt. And that's part of what contributed to the downfall before, the distance and the connection, you walking away. However, at present or in the near future, there's an opportunity to be inspired in this connection again. You guys could have a new start, go on an adventure. This card can be a pregnancy indicator, so just be careful, because we've got, the page in the future, and pages are children. So there's a potential that, you could be having a child or another child with this person, if you're not careful. So, but definitely a new beginning, full of passion and promise. And this person or you both are willing to express yourselves in a new way here. And I feel like, your person is seeing you in a new light, or they want to be seen by you in a new light. And I feel like you guys are going to be, or are, excited about the possibilities of that are going to be opening up for you in this connection. I feel like, both of you are going to be willing to go for it here. So definitely a new phase in love, highly romantic, joyful, passionate kind, and loyalty and commitment here. A strong sense of purpose, and yeah, definitely feeling like, if you were looking for purpose in the past and you didn't find it with this connection, because it became too routine. This person is wanting to bring it. They're wanting to bring it. They've thrown down the gauntlet. They're wanting it to be more passionate. They're wanting to correct your perceptions that they're dull, or that this is, an unsatisfying relationship, and they want to, yeah, they want to have, relations with you. So I'll leave it at that. And in the near future, we've got this Page of Cups talking about, offers of affection. You might reconnect in a passionate sense, and then when it comes to like emotions, there might be a little bit of, shyness or feeling vulnerable, because that card talks about shyness and vulnerability. So once, it's easy to reconnect passionately. Sometimes it's a little harder to be vulnerable emotionally, but I feel like, this person is going to be emotionally vulnerable with you in the future. So because that page does talk about, like I said, it could be a child has an influence or an effect on this connection, but I feel like, going forward, you guys are going to have, feel like children again. You're going to feel like children again, where you're going to be more sensitive, more open to one another. You need to be careful, because, there's a tendency then, after you've reconnected, to get all soft and mushy to the point of lacking boundaries, and that's never a good thing. Because you want to keep your self-esteem up. You want to keep this person's self-esteem up. Don't become codependent on one another. But I do feel that you're going to face your emotional issues, even if you don't feel prepared to do that. And, again, there could be some younger family member who is going to be around you guys as well, influencing this connection. But it's going to feel like really new with these two cards here, the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. This is the new blush of romance. And I'm not getting that this is like another person, although it could be for some of you, finding another person. This reading is about you and the person that you came here about. So it's saying to me that this is a rejuvenation in the connection, where, it's going to feel so new that, you almost feel shy and vulnerable with one another. And, there's still going to be a sense of uncertainty about this, but and a tendency perhaps to give too much of yourself or trust too much, particularly with this person. I get they're the ones that are a little bit more almost, I don't want to say codependent, but like they are really soft on you in the near future. So you need to make sure to be fair with this person, okay? Keep it fair and equitable. And in the outcome, we've got the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups says that your options are going to be, remaining open. So, it'll be, I feel like it's almost more in your ballpark. It's going to be the ball's in your court regarding how this connection goes. If you want to continue entertaining this person, being with them, or entertaining other options. But I think by and large, for the most part, this is showing and talking about you guys having, a very romantic, highly emotional relationship and inspiring one another. Okay, so it's going to be really different from before, where you were not inspired, where the spark was gone in this connection. Instead, you are going to feel inspired here. So, for some of you, you might be, like I said before, entertaining a new person, and you're going to keep your options open. But again, for the most part, I feel like this is talking about, a new phase in this connection where you're going to be indulging in fantasies with one another, and getting a little kinky here. And it's going to be, it's going to be inspirational. It's going to be inspirational, highly emotional. A lot of positive cards here for you, option 4, regarding this connection. So I hope that works out for you. And if this didn't resonate, maybe think about getting a personal reading. The contact information for me on how to get a personal reading is in the description box below. And if you liked the reading, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. That does help to support the channel. Leave me a comment if this did resonate. And I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.